YouTubers, SisiYemmie, Tolulope Solutions. A lot of them are having babies. Some of them are pregnant right now, and I'm like, wow, this is the chance for me to share some of my tips for you guys during postpartum. I am a certified birth and postpartum doula. I'm also a certified lactation counselor. So today I'm sharing 3 things that you must know during the postpartum period. The first one is about binding. So stay tuned. This is really easy. You can do with we have this cloth back home. I think we call it cut sheet. This one is this color because it's unbleached. I normally like my things organic and in their raw form if it's possible to get, but I think the ones you normally see around back home, they are white, which have been bleached, which is still good. So what you just do is to measure the width. I am going to do 10. You can measure from 9 to 12 depending on how big you like it, but I normally do 10, and it's normally good. So you measure till 10. So let's see, till 10. So the good thing about this cloth, it's called the muslin. Here it's called the muslin fabric. So how you know this is going to work is when you rip it, you see that all the strings of the fiber is all going in one direction, and it's easy to rip without you using any kind of scissors to, let's see if this will work. So let's see how this works. You see how it's ripping? Yeah, that's what you want. So any fabric that lets you do this, you can do it. And this is really light as well. That's why I love it. It doesn't have any dyes that I'll be worried about it breathing in or getting into my skin or my baby. So that's why I like this fiber, this fabric. So once you get it, we can measure again to make sure that it's still 10 inches on the other side. So let's test if it's 10 inches on the other side or we ripped it wrongly. So let's test here. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So it's 10 on the other side. And what you're going to find out here is these strings, okay? So you're going to pull them off till there's nothing to pull anymore. So if you like, you can do 10 and a half to give room for the string that will, the edges that you're going to pull off. But like I said, people normally do 9. So a 10 is still like giving it a chance to, And then the other thing you can do is to serge the ends. So you're gonna wrap it around you. You wanna go for your hips, okay? That's where normally the separation is. We all kind of have some separation when we have kids. So I still have my separation. I've not really cured it because I've just been lazy when it comes to it. So I still have my DR. I had a really huge gap when I had my child. It was, when the midwife measured it, it was 4.4. And it closed on its own, just for me, it closed to like 2.5, and then when it got to that 2.5, I got stuck there. So I still have it. I've not checked lately how deep my gap is. I'll probably do another video to show you how you can check your DR. Of course, if you have the chance to see a professional, a pelvic floor therapist, that would be also good, so they can guide you. So this is my tummy. Excuse me, there'll be some nudity. This is my tummy here, and you can see even right here, you can see that it's not, there's a hole there. And if you're looking at it from this side, you think maybe it's small. It's not. It's a big tummy. You can see on the side, you can see the pouch right there. So, and it depends on what I eat as well. Sometimes it can be bigger than this, depending on what I eat. I can get really bloated, and it just doesn't look good. But You can always dress appropriately to cover up and you will be good. So I'm thinking I should wear a t-shirt so that this binding will be easier. So let me just go and grab some t-shirts so that it will be easier to let you all see properly, because this is thick. It might... All right, so yes, I'm back. And so when you start, you want to make sure that you don't make sure that they're not like folded over. Make sure it's well opened up like that. And then you want to kind of gauge your pubic bone, okay? That is why some of the wraps that people use, like the waist trainers, I don't recommend, because it's not getting where your separation is. It's just getting your middle part here and it's squeezing all your organs in. But you need to grab your body from somewhere here, your hips. Yeah, you can gauge also by your hips. So let's begin. I'm gonna measure, like I said, by my pubic bone here, and then I'm going to stretch my hand out. That's a good amount, and that one is the one that stays, and this longer part is the one that goes over and over. All right, so if you have any questions about that one, let me know, and I will be happy to answer you. The next tip I want to share with you is when you are using a bottle for a baby, whether formula or breast milk, you want to avoid, there's something we call pace feeding. That's what you want. You do not want to feed the baby like this, laying down in your hands and the bottle in their mouth like that. You do not want to do that. When you do that, you're not giving the baby a chance to take or refuse the milk. So they just keep gulping, gulping, gulping until they overfed, and then they puke or vomit. And that's not what you want. It can lead to overweight, it can lead to reflux, it can lead to indigestion. The right way you want to do is to prop the baby up a little bit like that. Imagine you as an older person. Will you eat like this, sleeping flat on the bed? No. So you want to prop the baby up a little bit like this, and you want the milk like this, not, and you want them to make the effort to suck and get the milk. So the milk is right there in the bottle, and you want them to make the effort to suck and they eat. So this is what you want. Not this, not that way. Another thing that I want to share with you is about formula. There's been a lot of formula recalls lately, and I want you to know that if you, especially for us in Ghana, Nigeria, we import our formula, and the best countries to get your formula from are European countries. There is a little bit of debate as to the quality, but based on my own research and the food standards in Europe and in the US, I would say get your formula from the countries in Europe. My favorite ones are the hip formulas. So I'm going to do a detailed video about formula. If you are interested in that video, just let me know. Ask me your questions. I find it really hard to create content because I'm like, what do people really want to know? So ask me your questions about feeding the baby, the difficulties you are having, and I will be happy to answer. Number 3 tip that I want to share with you is the latch doesn't have to hurt. Breastfeeding doesn't have to hurt. So I'll hear a lot of people advise that, oh, breastfeeding hurts, you get some pain, you get some bruises, but you'll be fine. Breastfeeding shouldn't cause bruises. There is going to be some tenderness because of the hormones and all that. But after the baby latches, you shouldn't be having continuous pain. There may be some pain even because they are still finding, but there shouldn't be a continuous pain. You have to unlatch. And the way you unlatch the baby is to try to get this part of their mouth down, or by holding their jaw and letting them open. You can also slip your finger into their mouth to open their mouth so they can let it go, and you can try the relatch again. I don't want this video to be long, but I'll be happy to also show you the proper way to latch. I see a lot of latch when mothers are breastfeeding and the baby is like this and they're trying to get the breast to the baby. That will cause some difficulty in latching. You want the baby's tummy to tummy with you. You want the baby's chin close to the breast like that. Do not worry about the nose. They are good at breathing. God made their nose in a way that they can breathe even if it's close to the breast. If you're worried a little bit this way, but most of the time there is no cause for alarm, and so that could be one of the reasons. Also, you don't want to feed the baby when they are crazy crying. I know I said 3 tips, but it's like I'm on number 5 tip. I always do that in my videos. Anyway, you don't want to feed the baby only when they are already crying and hysterical. That will make it hard for them to latch. You want to watch out for that active REM sleep state, or the state where you know they are hungry. They are showing you hunger cues, muffing their thumb, they are licking their mouth, they are looking all over active. Yeah, you want to feed them at that stage. Not wait till when they are really tired, angry, and that makes the latching even more difficult for you and for them. And you have to show yourself grace. This is a new thing. I know they tell us mothers that breastfeeding is natural, it's natural, but it's just like walking. Walking is natural, but we have to learn. So same with breastfeeding. So let me know the questions and the issues you are facing. The other tip I want to share with you is you don't have to pump. So pumping, pacifiers, formula are interventions, but it seems that for us in Africa, it was kind of sold to us like a must-have, especially if you have the money, or you are, you're a big girl, you get the formula, you get all the gadgets. All those things are interventions. If you want your baby to grow as natural as possible, try to limit those things as much as you can. And I'm saying as much as you can because I do know our world have changed. We have to go to work. We work from home. There's a lot of things going on, and so sometimes you have to use some of these things. Also, ask me your questions about them if you want me to answer you. I want to make sure that I'm giving information that people need, not just throwing information. There's so much information in the world right now, like it's just too much. So I want to make sure that I'm talking to people who want to hear. And then the last thing I want to say to you is that look for support, accept support. You need it. You need it. I think we underestimate how much we don't have a village anymore, and the impact on us, our mental health, our children. I see a lot of mothers, somebody's like, I have to let them cry when they are sleeping so they cried out to sleep. I am mentally exhausted, I need a healthy mother. And I feel them. I feel them. It's not easy nowadays. So if you get support, use it. Use that support. Ask for support. I am a person who is always in a corner and I'm looking at people like they owe me something. I have learned to communicate my needs, even to my spouse. I felt like you have to know this, you have to do it. And that was not the case. So you have to know that this stage is a stage where you need help, and we don't actually have the help like our mothers and our aunties, grandmothers used to. So you have to look for the help, you have to receive it, and that will help you. So I want to end here. I don't want this video to be long. In my next video, I'll probably show you guys how to hand express. If you are interested in a video like that, let me know. And pray for me that I do it. I've actually told myself I have to stop promising to make videos because I don't do it. It's not easy. These content creators you see giving you good things, information and all that, they are working hard. They are working hard. It's not an easy job. So I'll end here. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye-bye.